on the ocean that tend to crash, and you have to deal with the explosion. Though I know that everything will always be exactly how it's gonna be, though I seem to worry every single day. This prodigal turns home again, and morning comes, and in the end I see that new sun shining on your face. We began to bend, we began to mend. When we began to bend, we began to mend. I sink like stone, you seem to float above the madness, like wings on canvas. And all that I know is that I hear the notes through the darkness, like a promise. Everything will always be exactly how it's gonna be, though I seem to worry every single day. This prodigal turns home again, and morning comes, and in the end I see that new sun shining on your face. We began to bend, we began to mend. When we began to bend, we began. I see that new sun shining on your face. We began to bend, we began to mend. We began to bend, we began to
Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. Ready. Alrighty, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed that little intro. That was by a group, The Midnight. They are really good. They do synthwave really good on YouTube. I really like their stuff. So I'm gonna put an actual link to their YouTube channel in the description once this live stream is done. So I'm glad you could join me today. Whoever's out there joining. We have a lot to talk about. What's on the agenda today? Humans and how they treat each other and how they control each other and how they tell each other what to do. And I'm talking about in an evil sense. You see, God made us free. He gave us freedom. He gave us free will. Yes, free will to control each other. Mm-hmm. Which is evil. That's a sin. Who are you to judge what's evil or not? Well, I mean, God said not to judge, right? You know, one thing that all of us should stop doing is telling each other what to do and telling each other things um, that aren't beneficial. Let me explain. When you're talking to someone and you're telling them things, it's only beneficial to you, it's not beneficial to them. You're telling them to control them. You keep punching the bag, hoping that the bag breaks open and out spill the beans. Out, and the beans spill out. But that's not how this works. You don't do that to people. What you do is you leave them alone and you do not tell them what to do. I don't care who you are. The only one who's allowed to tell you what to do is God. So listen to him. Do not listen to your fellow man. Your fellow man is out there to control you. Why do you think we have governments? Because man decided we need to control other people. Man, instead of controlling ourselves, instead of ourselves controlling ourselves, we need us to control others. Meaning, I control you. I don't control myself. I control you. But you don't get to control me. We have people like that. It doesn't matter if it's government. It doesn't matter if it's a president, a politician, a parent, a teacher, a doctor, your boss, whatever. It does not matter who it is. It's a human being, and they do that. We need to stop doing that. I don't do that. I don't tell people what to do. And I'm not talking about someone has a knife and they're going to stab themselves. And you take that knife away from them so they don't commit suicide. It's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, so you are going to the grocery store to buy some salad. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's your free will. It's your freedom of choice. It's actually healthy for you to do that. You should buy salad. And someone, doesn't matter who it is, starts saying a whole bunch of negative things because you're buying salad. And they take you through a whole talk that ends up going back to the salad. They start finding all these things. They start saying things to you. Because they don't have control over you. Because they're angry. They're angry of what you do because they don't have control over it. Because they'll tell you, go buy a bag of peanuts. If you buy a bag of peanuts, then they have control over you. They're not mad. And it was in their favor. And it wasn't in your favor. And see, what people will say within the whole conversation is, it I'm just trying to make you happy. I'm just trying to help you out. It's for the benefit of you. But if it was for the benefit of the other person, you would leave them alone. You would let them go buy the salad. You wouldn't talk to them. You would leave them alone. And that's not educating someone. How do you educate someone? By telling them what to do? By controlling them? That's not education. That's what the school system does. That's what government does. They're not educating you, they control you. Education is where, um, you know, for instance, I go to a uh, auto mechanic shop, and the owner of the auto mechanic shop, who's a mechanic, he says, "All right, I have this 4-cylinder engine in this Honda, and we're gonna put a turbo kit on it, a single, a single. We're gonna put one turbo kit on it, a small one. So this is what you do. You're gonna take that wrench, you're gonna take that socket, you're going to remove these parts out of this engine, and then you're gonna put the turbo kit on there. You put this there, put that there. It all goes together. You got educated on how to put uh, small turbo kits on a Honda Civic 4-cylinder engine. Not that you want to put a turbo kit on a Honda Civic and then some person comes along, and because they didn't tell you to do it, because they have no control over what you're doing, they get mad, and then they start talking to you and they say, "Oh, this is all for your benefit. I'm educating you, this and that." Control. That's not education. That's just someone who just has problems in their life, and they put it on other people. And not only do they have problems in their life, they're just controlling. They're evil. They're a sinner, and that's what I need to get rid of. That's what all of us need to get rid of. We need to stop doing that. So stop doing that now, because it's unhealthy for all of us humans, and because God said so. The devil wants you to do that, but God doesn't. If you're going to be a calm person, if you're going to be someone who is going to do good in life, if you're going to be positive, then you have to stop those things. You have to stop controlling other human beings. You cannot, how should I say, you can't go around your life worrying about other people, controlling other people, helping other people. And I'm not talking about, there is someone who has a bunch of groceries in their car and you go to help them out. It's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. So shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. What I'm talking about is, you need to stop being an evil person. If someone is carrying groceries in their house, why should you get mad? Why should you control their life? Why should you control um, what they're doing? It's none of your concern. Go about your business. Control yourself. Just like how, there's a man and there's a bunch of women around, he needs to control himself. Same deal. Control yourself. Contain yourself. Don't even look at the person taking in their groceries. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, so shut the fuck up. You can leave any comment you want on here. I don't give a fuck. If you're over there and you're like, "Hey, would you mind if I help you bring in your groceries? That way I take a load off of you." Okay, great. You're there to help. You're being a positive person. You're doing a good thing. But if you go over there and you start controlling the person, you start being evil, and you're not helping at all, what do you think it does emotionally to that person? Because emotion comes first. Emotion is the first thing that comes out before anything else when we're in our developmental stage. And you don't know that, and you don't know that you don't know that. So I'm telling you. Oh, this guy knows everything. No, I don't. Actually, I don't know everything. God knows everything. But God tells me things, and I relay it to you guys. Or God speaks through me to you. Just as He speaks through just as God speaks through everyone on this planet to everyone. That includes me. So the the thing is if we continue on to control each other on this planet, and I'm talking to everybody on this planet. I'm not just talking about to some community here or some person there. I'm talking to everyone. Yes, that includes Bill Gates. I'm talking to you. That includes my next door neighbor. I'm talking to you. That includes me. I'm talking to myself also. If we all continue down this path, then we're going to destroy this planet. We're going to destroy ourselves. And we need to stop doing that. And that doesn't just start with you or me. It starts with everybody. There is no I in team. It starts with everybody. You know, why am I talking about this? Because it happens in everyone's life. Not just mine, it happens in everyone's life. Like I said, it doesn't matter who is doing it to you, it happens in everyone's life from whoever it is. Okay? It's all equal playing field because God made us all equal. And it makes everyone have emotions, which drives this world, which drives life. I mean, you want to sit here and tell me otherwise? Is that what you want to do? You want to sit here and you want to tell me some bullshit. Be my guest. Tell me all the bullshit you want. I really do not care. Do you know why I don't care? Because your bullshit doesn't come from substance. It doesn't come from God. It only comes from the devil because God doesn't give bullshit. God gives stuff that is pure. Pure what? Pure absolute truth. God doesn't speak bullshit. It's not his language. That's the devil's language. So you give bullshit, you're rooted in the devil. Your foundation is Satan himself. It's not God. It's not in your heart or your brain or your soul in heaven with God or from God. It's out of your asshole from the devil in hell with his demons. Because you have a demon in your life. Because you let it in. And it's not that you didn't know. No, you did that on purpose. See, we know what we're doing. Oh, we do know. When I say you don't know and you don't know that you don't know, that's just on like a superficial kind of flesh level. But deep down inside, in the spiritual realm, mm-hmm, you know exactly what you're doing. In the subconscious mind, in like the deep subconscious mind, you know exactly what you're doing. Oh, you know, because you feel it. When Satan's in your life, well, you know he's there because you brought him in. You let him in. You chose him on purpose because you wanted to be stubborn. You chose to be stubborn, chose to be hard headed, chose to go against God because you chose to see what would happen. You wanted to see what would happen. You you know, you're playing a video game in the real world with God and Satan, and God already told you what the consequences are, and you said, I don't care. And by the way, you're taking advice from someone who doesn't drink alcohol, doesn't do drugs, and doesn't have any tattoos. Am I a perfect person? No, because I sin. Because I do other bad things. Like I do things that are bad, but they're not the kind of bad like commit murder, drink alcohol, do drugs, get tattoos on his body, on my body. Nobody's perfect. But you're taking advice from someone who follows a lot of rules from God and is going to follow all of them soon. Because that's what I'm working towards, is only following God and following all of his rules and only listening to him and not listening to any of you anymore. None of you. Because how many of you humans are rooted in God? Zero. And I'm not either. I'm not perfect and you're not perfect. But together as a team, we're all going to be perfect. We're going to start listening to God, start reading the Bible, we're going to start listening to him. And not just the Bible. We're going to read all of the uh, stuff that has been, taken away, that is hidden. We're going to expose it. We're going to find it. If you need to come in billions to one building and tear it down just to get that stuff, go right ahead. We're taking back what's ours. Satan, you're done for. Demons, you're done for. Evil humans, sinners, you're done for. Hardfloor media is real, and you're gonna hit the floor hard. I'm gonna make you hit the floor so hard that it's going to make a ring. You're gonna have this ring in your head, and it's gonna set you straight. I don't care. Um, I don't care what you say, what you do. I did no. That nope. Because all in all, in the end, you're going to get fixed. God's going to fix you. He's going to set you straight. You know, um, you want some examples of what I'm talking about? Oh, I could show you plenty of examples. There was a woman who, uh, I don't know if she still lives in New York, but this was like a long time ago. Not a few years ago, but like more than a few years ago. And this mother did the best, like, she did a top notch thing. She did something that God told her to do. She listened to God. And what God told her to do was, you have a son. You live in New York. It's a major city. There's a billion people. Crime is what it is. There's all this stuff around. Your son is 7 to 8 years old, or 8 years old to be exact, because I remember it was 8 years old. I want you to give your son a credit card and $300, and I want you to tell your son, get out of the house and just leave, and then come back at 8 o'clock at night. And I don't want to know anything. I don't even think he had a cell phone. I want you to go out and be a man. And she was all over the news. She was all over this world. And the whole entire world, all of you, decided to send her to hell because of what she did. Because the devil told you she needs to go to hell. She needs to come to me. She needs to not listen to God. Her son came back. He took the subway, so he spent a little cash there. He bought himself food. He spent he spent some more cash. He came back. The husband, he was fine with it. And she was like, all right, you're going to keep doing that every day. And he was homeschooled, I believe. Foundation, God, first of all. Any other foundations? God, first of all. And she was a stay-at-home mother. And he had a dad that worked full time, made money, supported the family. That kid now, guess what? Think about it. He's better than everyone else on this planet. Because now, he just goes and he can survive anything. He knows how to manage anything. God is on his side. The devil, demons, evil, can't get to him for shit. The rest of you? Nah. Oh, and what about you? Yeah, me too. I mean, I know how to take care of myself. There's people that know how to take care of themselves, but not to the full extent of him or someone else like Primitive Technology who really knows how to take care of himself. I want all of you to try that. Watch Primitive Technology. Let's see if any of you can do that. And you won't be able to. Why is that? Or you would not be able to. Now, why do you think that is? Because you choose not to. What you choose is you choose to get on TikTok. Like, just open up TikTok and go up and down with your finger. Here. That's what you choose to do. Because you choose to go to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal. And choose to get fat and ugly and become a piece of shit. Because that's what you are. Oh, no name calling. Oh, no. Hey, God says we're sinners. He's calling us what we are. God says we're evil because of the choices we make. He's calling us for what we are. So I'm doing the same thing. Oh, that's not your call. That's God's call to do. I'm telling the truth. God tells the truth. So I'm I'm doing the same thing he does. I'm with him. I go with him. I do what he does. I tell the truth. Emotions. You know you can choose your emotions. If you tell me that, okay, I'm a skinny person. I don't weigh 200 pounds and I don't weigh 90 pounds, but I'm a skinny person. If you tell me I'm a skinny person who has a beard and has curly hair and has hazel eyes and wears a DC shirt, you know what emotion I'm going to choose? Happiness. Thank you for the compliment. I love you so much. You know why? That doesn't affect me. You know why? Because I'm not going to choose the emotion that brings me down. Yeah, sometimes we do choose that because sometimes there's things that are really dark that come from demons themselves. Like there's things that we say to each other that are really dark. But those are extreme cases. And those are very extreme and those are very rare. But the majority of shit we all say to each other, we all do to each other, there's people like me who just choose to be happy. They're like, sweet, you made my day, as a matter of fact. You must love me a lot because you're talking about me, because you said that. And you know what? I love you too. Have a nice day. And I'm going to be on my merry way. What do you want me to do? Punch you in the face? No, but yes. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here. You're nothing. You're something to God. But to me, eh. But you're something to God, and that matters. That matters to Him. Oh, it doesn't matter to you. What matters to you is you get on your computer and you watch a movie. That's what matters to you. What matters to you is you have $1 million and you buy a Lamborghini Huracan for $250,000. That's what matters to you. Oh, let us do what we want. Free will, freedom of choice. That's no. That's not freedom of choice or free will. No. Nice try. God didn't give us free choice and freedom of will to do evil things. He gave it to us to do positive things. So, for instance, someone's bringing their groceries in. Your freedom of choice, your free will is to go help that person bring in their groceries. Not let that person have the hassle of bringing all their groceries in and then you just go and get your $1 million car. Just keep on walking. No. And even your $9,000 used car. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? No one gives a shit. Go help out that person. Go be a good person. Quit living for thyself. And actually help your fellow man. Because when you start helping that person, you'll think of a business idea, which is to help people with their groceries. And you'll make $5 each time you do it. And you got some money. And then you'll say, oh, there are jobs in America. There's jobs in this world. See, everything is a job. If General Motors left America and they took all their manufacturing to another country, does that mean there's no more jobs in America? Does that mean there's nothing in this world, no more jobs in this world? Does that mean people are no longer working? No, that doesn't mean that. What that means is they moved. It's just there. It's just General Motors moving from the red square to the blue square. And you're still in the red square, and you can come up with something new in that red square instead of just sitting on your ass. Oh, they moved. Oh, there's no jobs. Oh, there's nothing now. There is. It's called invention. It's called inventing. It's called using your brain. I'm gonna tell you something. I have a friend of mine. He's a very he's. I want to give a shout out to I I forgot his name on YouTube, but his name's Terrence DePalm, and he's trying to be as supportive as he can to the family he's about to have. His 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 lady that he's with, the lady that he's with, and the kid that's on the way. And he's really trying to be supportive. He actually works with me. He's a coworker, but he's also a friend of mine. And he actually used to do vending machines. He bought one, a used one, and he made maximum $500 a month, minimum, on a bad day, 200 to $250. And he explained to me what he did. Okay, I'm gonna tell this story for a reason. I'm getting to a point, and what he basically told me was he used to buy stuff at like Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, all these big box stores. Like he would buy bags of chips. He had one of the vending machines for snacks, for putting chips and candy in there. And he would buy all the stuff in bulk. Like how you get those chips that are like in the 48 pack in like the you go like to Costco and they have the big package of chips that come with 48 bags. He used to buy like let's say 3 of those. And he would restock the vending machine whenever he needed to. And it would be, those variety packs. And he would buy each kind of variety pack. Variety pack 1, 2, and 3. And he said that he gave up the business because the vending machine had problems because it was used. And that is something that just happens when you buy used or new. I mean, take a look at all these new cars that are coming out and they have problems, recalls. So, it doesn't matter if it's new or used today. So, I mean, sometimes it's better buying used because maybe it's one of the really old products that really lasts forever because it was made back in the 90s or 1930s or 1850s. You know what I'm saying? So he bought this, right? And he told me like 6, 7 months ago, like maybe I should get into it, this and that. But I never really thought much of it. So there's an article out where this guy basically quit his 9 to 5 job. He was making around like 50,000 a year. Okay, he was making 50,000 a year, and so when the coronavirus happened, the guy basically quit. And you know what he did? 50,000 a year at a 9 to 5 job. Yeah, that's not much today. Today is if you make 500,000 a year or $1 million a year. He started buying vending machines off of eBay, just like my friend Terrence did, Terrence DePalm, and he has a YouTube channel. if I find his YouTube channel again, because I subscribe to it, I'll put a link in the description. He has two of them actually, so I want you to support him too. And we're gonna start doing broadcasts. We're gonna start doing live broadcasts. So what he did was he literally bought vending machines off of Amazon, off of eBay or um, AliExpress, like or OfferUp, stuff like that, cheap ones, $400 to $500 used. Then he started making profit, but then after that, he went and bought ones that were brand new, 2,000, 1,500, $1,400, $1,000, brand new. At the end, he had like, I think, 50 vending machines. He had a lot of vending machines. $35,000 a year. I mean, $35,000 a month. I mean, passive income. There's no jobs? Of course there's no jobs because you're not creating a job. If a job leaves, what do? You take its place by creating your own job. This is what this guy did. Because the job he had before was gone or, just went to shit, he created his own job. And he's surviving. He's living. He's making so much money. $35,000 a month. A year is $420,000 a year. What did I say before that? You have to make at least $500,000 to $1 million these days to actually really make it. And it doesn't matter where you are on this planet. And he's making $420,000. That's close enough. A year? Oh my gosh. Now, that inspired me to do this vending machine thing, as well as other things I have. I have t-shirts that I want to do and sell. I have merch and stuff like that. Merchandise. But this vending machine stuff, and all you have to do, because my friend Terrence said, all you have to do is every 2 weeks, you just check on it. And location is key. So before you buy a vending machine, before you do all that, location is key, and do the math. Make sure everything works out. Because if it doesn't, and if the location doesn't work out, if nothing works out, there's no point in you getting into the business. Unless you have someone else that's already into it, and they're like, here, I'll give you some of my vending machines that you'll operate yourself. Here's the keys. You get the cash out of it. Those are yours. I gave you 5 of them because I have 50 and I can, release 5 to you. All right, sweet. And they already got it set up and those ones already make money and sweet. If you get a vending machine for free, think about this. If you get a vending machine for free, then all you have to think about is location. You don't have to think about the money and all that because you got a vending machine for free, whether it's used or new. So the thing is you have to create a business. Whether there is one or not. If this country was just a country of people sitting on their asses because there's no jobs, because all the mega corporations, all the small corporations went to other countries, if that happened, what would you say? You'd say the same shit. Oh, there's no jobs. There's no jobs. There's nothing here. Everything is gone. There's unemployment. Yeah, you would say that, first of all, because you're not creating a job, because you're not working for yourself. You're not being a self-employed person. Because you're not turning what happened around and using it to your advantage. Instead of Instead of, sitting there and moping around and complaining and all this stuff, why don't you actually take advantage of it? If Detroit has no more automotive manufacturers, well, why don't you go to Detroit, which is a cheap piece of shit town, and start your own auto manufacturing plant? Why don't you start building your own car? Why don't you start gather up your a team of people, start buying products, start building something? Why don't you do that? Why? Instead of going on TikTok and scrolling up and down. Instead of going on OnlyFans and making money that way. Why don't you actually do something in the real world and become physical? Why don't you do that? Do that now. And I'm not controlling you and telling you what to do. God's telling you to do that. Just as God is telling me to do this live stream. And he's telling me to do the vending machine thing. God's telling the things that God is telling me to do, I'm going to do them. God told me to start a YouTube channel. So the first attempt didn't go well, okay? I had this cheap camera. I did one video. I forgot the name of the YouTube channel. I forgot the password and everything. But there's only one video on there. And I was kind of dabbling too. And, I'm going to tell you the story. So, and God told me to do that. And he said, I'm going to have people help you. I'm going to, guide you and direct you. And I basically, I was shit. And I'm still shit now. I'll admit that. But see, there's shit is still shit, whether it's good or bad. It's still shit. Polished shit is still shit. And I'm not saying, when I mean I'm still shit, is that what I'm saying is I'm still not at the level that God says I'm going to be at. I'm still taking those stepping stones forward. I'm not up at the top of the mountain. And actually, I will never be at the top of the mountain until I'm in heaven. So I'm not in heaven. So I'm not at the top of the mountain. So I had this, cheap ass camera. And I was like, okay, well, do I want to do this? Is this something I would love to do? Well, yeah, I wanted to do it. I wanted to do gaming videos. I wanted to do videos like this. I wanted to do a lot of things. And this was back when live streams were not even a thing on the internet. 2011, 2010, you know, 2009. This was when I was in transition from going from one place I lived to another. And so what happened? Well, I didn't do anything with the first YouTube channel because then I lost it. And these I was on these laptops that had internet and they were still using Windows XP. And this was during the days of Windows 7 and the first version of Windows 8. This was like maybe 2 years, a year before the first version of Windows 8 was out. Windows 7 was like the thing, and Windows XP was still the thing, Windows Vista. But Windows 8 was like just coming in. And so what happened? Well, I created this channel. And, you know, in creating this channel, and in creating this, oh shit, I almost stamp cord. And in creating this channel, okay, um, I guess my mic was a little too low, so let's keep it up a bit. So, um, in creating this channel, you know, it was kind of a slow thing. I was testing the waters. Now, one of my videos on here has like ooh, 1,000 over 1,000 views, and it's just a video on how to start out as a candy kid. Like it's not, and yeah, 1,000 views is nothing. There's people that have like infinite views, but I don't care about that. I just care to make great content. Not about the views or the money or stuff like that. That will come, but I care about great content. And not great content to what the YouTube algorithm says is great content. Or what Satan says. Or what Satan says or should be great content. No. I say what is great content, not Satan himself. Satan can go to hell. His demons can go to hell. Google and its algorithm, they can go to hell. Even all the other platforms that everyone goes to, they can all go to hell. I could care less. I'll be on other platforms once I find out which ones are rooted in God. I mean, YouTube is still rooted in God. I mean, everything is still rooted in God. God created everything. It's just that we had to make it come into existence, like physically, on this planet. But it was already out there for us to put into motion, to create from God. And so I created this channel, and I'm sitting here and I'm just doing videos here and there with different kinds of cameras. You see, um, you know, this camera on some of them. Well, not this camera, but like a cell phone camera, an action camera like the one I'm using now, a DSLR camera. I have another action camera. It's a head action camera. It has a 140 wide angle lens. It wasn't, $100, but it wasn't $20. I have an old GoPro. That was $140. It's GoPro Hero 1. I mean, basically GoPro Hero. I've acquired some stuff over the years. This action camera that I'm using, it works great. This DB Power EX5000, it's a great camera for the price. I tell you. I can go to Amazon, okay? You probably won't see it on screen, but let me do this. You don't have to buy this camera. I'm not telling you to buy this camera, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to. I guess I could show you on a screencast, but let me do something. Hmm. Huh. I guess. Uh. All right. So I'm gonna have to do this. All right. Let's see. Oh, here's one for 21.99, but that's not what this one is. Alrighty, here it is. Yep, I found it. So the camera. Oh, ah. Um, Let me do something here. Yeah, look at this. Watch. No, this sent me back to Amazon. So I guess DV Power doesn't have it on Amazon. Let's see shopping. Really now? It shows used. Yeah. Anyways, this camera was like 15 bucks. Like, yeah. People are selling it online for ridiculous prices. Like one of them selling it for 90 bucks, and I'm like looking at myself like, what the heck? Does this doesn't make sense. Like it's a used. I guess this camera was really that good that people are like, I'll sell it for 30, 90. And come on, it's just. But the thing is, okay. All right, let me. So they have action cameras on here for as low as $24, as low as 16 bucks. Okay? Like since I have this mic set up and I have my camera set up, let's talk about that for a minute. Do you know how easy it is today to start making movies or to start doing a vlog, like start doing videos, start doing video podcasts, start talking on podcast channels. Do you know how easy that is? Because there's stuff that's so cheap, no matter where it's made, okay? It's very easy. I mean, look what I'm doing here with all this cheap stuff. Like like this Mayono caster that I have, which is right here. You can't see it, but I showed it to you in another one of my live streams. I can do a screen recording of my screen and I can show you the different prices of things on Amazon, or the internet just to give you an idea. You know, it's pretty easy. I mean, all you need is a simple camera, just a basic camera that takes video and photography, some type of a microphone, uh, with like a stand on it, you know. Seriously, like that's all you need. You just put your camera on a tripod, like what I have. I have this desk tripod, which is by a Zoomy. This is what I have. I'm about to buy another one because this is a very good tripod. It's sturdy. It's well built for the price. And yeah, um, let me show you. Other tripods. Uh, Sorry about that, guys. So, this tripod right here, this can be used as a desk tripod. There's many different sizes. I don't know this stuff. I don't look. I don't know anything about this stuff. I'm someone who doesn't know anything about this. I don't know about photography. I don't know about um, videography. I don't know about music. How to make music. Um, I don't know about podcasting and making videos. I don't know how to do that. Where do I start? Where do I start doing that? And I'm being real and honest. I'm not joking. This is not a joke on anyone. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm not joking, like seriously. And I want to laugh about it. I do. I want to laugh because it's funny that I'm saying that. Why is it funny? Because it's just funny to me. But I'm being honest. It's funny to me because, maybe a long time ago, I would have not been honest, like a lot of human beings. But there's a point in time in your life when you become honest, when God sets you straight. And see, that point in time was when I was a child. Mm-hmm. Wasn't when I became an adult or a teenager. It was when I was 8 years old, nine, 5. Like the so it started real early. Oh, so you became perfect right then and there, right as you were born. Man, shut the fuck up. Get out of here. Seriously. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear your crap. I don't want to hear the devil. I mean, you can say what you want. Freedom of speech here. No moderators, nothing. And if you're thinking about moderating this, I'm kicking you out. I don't want moderators on here. If I don't moderate, you don't moderate. This is open. Anything goes. Oh, so you allow hatred on here. I allow freedom of speech. I allow, you know, people to say whatever they want. Go ahead and argue on here. I'm not. You think I'm going to do something about it? God's going to do something about it, not me. Because that's God. God will take care of it. Yeah, maybe through me, but most likely he'll take care of it through you yourself. I asked God to punish me before. So I went to work. This was this year, one day this year, and I did something that was not okay at work. So what I said was, God, can you please punish me? Do you know what happened? I was coming to work. They called me at work. I was coming to work. They called me while I was on my way to work. Okay. So I was driving to work on my way there. You know, one of the managers had told one of the coworkers to call me and know where the heck I was. You know, let me restart this. So after the whole incident at work, I was so low that I said, God, you need to punish me. So what happened? What happened was one day, while I was on my way to work, My manager, one of the managers, had basically told one of my coworkers to give me a call because that manager wanted to know she wanted to know where I was because I was late or I wasn't late or whatever. She wanted to know if I was there already. And she was there in the office. And I was on my way. I was literally like a minute down. I was like, there's an overpass before you get to my job. And I was literally just on the other side of the overpass. So I was literally like right there. And I don't pick up my phone while I'm driving. So I got pulled over by a cop on a motorcycle. And he said that I was on my phone. And I told him the truth. I said my boss was calling and I was trying to turn it off. Like I don't answer my phone. Of course, it's connected to my car, but I don't want to talk in my car either. I would rather, and it has nothing to do with stupid California laws or stupid laws by stupid, fucked up humans. This has to do with me, myself, and I and God. Okay, I do not want to talk. If it's an emergency, like for instance, you're on the phone because your wife is about to have a kid and you need to go do something about that, and a cop pulls you over and you tell the cop that story, then he'll say, all right, look, I'm gonna let you go, but you follow me, and we'll take care of this situation together because I know you need to hurry. That's understandable. So I came into work. I showed him the ticket. My boss was like, I am so sorry. She was understanding. She was a cool boss. She's like the best boss in the world. If I had $1,000,000, I'd give it to her. I wouldn't want it. Um, and I'm not joking. So if any of you win any cash, don't give it to me. I don't want it. I'm not going to take it. You give me God, I will take that. So, the lady who called me, she said, I am so sorry. It's actually my fault, this and that. I'll take the blame. I said, and I told her, I said, nope, it's mine. And I told God to punish me, and He punished me with a ticket. I sat in my car after work. I got off at 8 o'clock. I think it was when I was working 12 to 8. And I asked Him to punish me, and He did. And then I asked Him to punish me again another time, and He actually did. I talked to the universe talks back to me. I talk to God, He talks back to me. But what happened? Because after what I had done, I improved. After what I had done at work, I had improved. God did something for me. The lady who uh, works with me, she paid my ticket. Now, who does that on this planet? God does. That lady is a true Christian. She knows the same stuff I know. She's good at heart. She has God in her life. And I want to mention that. I really do. Those are the people I support. And my boss felt really bad. And she knows I'm a hard worker. She knows I'm there on time and stuff. It was just one of those hectic days where, you get really busy and they're like, oh, he's not here, this and that, or she's not here. Where is he? I need to call him. One of those. But it was also that I got punished. It was one of those. I asked for it. I personally talked to God and said, you need to punish me because I failed at work because this happened. My other boss got mad at me, this and that. I screwed up, so I need punishment. I can't. live my life, just saying, oh, well, I screwed up, whatever, continue on. No, I need to get punished. I wanted it, and I took it. Took it like a man. Did you do that? No, you didn't do that. You just kept scrolling on TikTok and being on OnlyFans and listening to the devil and kept going on with your business. But see, I took the punishment. Oh, how do you know? You don't know me. You don't know my life. I don't need to know you. I don't need to know your life. And I'm talking about personally. Um, so that's what it is. And so um going back to this, this tripod, the cameras and all that. Basically, you 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 basically, you can open up a lemonade stand on the side of the road and start making a lemonade business. You can do that. No one's prohibiting you from doing that. What? Because there's a law that says you can? Who cares? Do it. And if you get in trouble, make a fuss about it. And if there's people who do not want that, then you just get them out of here. The death penalty is something that we give to people on this planet. Televise it. That way, the other people shut their mouth because they know the consequence that's coming if they open their mouth, if they take action, the wrong kind of action, the evil action. I promote justice, justice served to those who deserve it. This action camera that I'm using right now comes with a bunch of accessories. Now, I also bought an accessories pack for it. You see this? Look at all these accessories I have for this. I mean, this, okay? This is a flotation device when you're in the swimming pool or in the ocean. This, okay? This is a suction cup mount. I have like 2 of them, 3 of them. This is like an arm, like an extension arm. I have not one, but I have this is a camera selfie stick for your cell phone, but I also have this selfie stick for the action cam. And it's pretty long too. Longer than that. I even have this, which you put on your body and you walk around, and it stabilizes the camera. Is there a point to this? Yeah, there is. That stuff was cheap. $25. You know, $30 for all that. Even cheaper than $25, $20. Depending on, what size you get. Some come with 80 pieces, some come with 20 pieces, some come with 50 pieces, some come with 100. This action camera that I am using, it actually came with accessories of its own. Like GoPro used to come with back in 2012, 2011, 2013, the early days. And so the point I'm making here is you you basically have all this stuff available on this planet, and what do you use it for? Well, first of all, you don't use it for anything. You just don't even buy it, you know, no matter what it is, clothes, food, you, you know, and what I mean by you don't buy it is how many of you go out there and buy action cameras and make videos, like positive videos, good content, talk about health, talk about philosophy, real philosophy that's rooted in God. How many of you do that stuff? How many of you, buy a guitar to make music and learn an instrument? Buy a pan flute and learn the pan flute. How many of you? Hmm? Zero. Zippo. Oh, talk about yourself, bro. Why are you talking about us? Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck do you think you are? God? You ain't no one. And I'm not either. I'm not perfect. I have a keyboard over there. You know? That thing right there. There's also on the bottom, right there, a MIDI keyboard. And right over here is a guitar. I'm not the best. I haven't practiced in a while. But I, have it. I practice once in a while. I'm going to get back into it full time. I'll show you some music creation. I suck at it, I'll tell you. Once I put all my songs on YouTube, whenever I get around to it, I keep pushing that one forward and forward and not really doing much with it. But once I put those on and I create more songs, you're going to see. You're going to see some cool stuff. I'll show you some things. But like I said, I'm not the best. So you, you, you know, you want the best, go watch other people who are great. But that's not me. So you have to come up with this business, okay, of your own, whatever it is, that is positive and good, that benefits this world, not something that does not benefit this planet. So let's talk about this vending machine business for a bit, okay? But this is going to be a part of Hard Floor Media. It's going to make me my income. I said I didn't care about that stuff. You give me $1 million, I don't want it. I'll give it to someone else. No, no. What it is that um is I need to make the money myself. I can't have handouts. I can't. You want to support me? Just watch my videos. I don't care about like, subscribe, share, and all that crap. I say it. But what's it mean to me that I have a billion views, a billion subscribers? I'm all about spreading the truth, exposing the world for what it is. So, um, this vending machine business is pretty easy. It's easy income, and easy as in all you have to do is just make sure that your vending machine isn't broken, and that it works. That's all you have to make sure of, and of course, make sure it's not vandalized and jacked and all that stuff. But other than that, you restock, you buy the product, there you go. I mean, check on it every 2 weeks, get your cash out, end of story. If you are doing it with someone, you split the cash. If you're solo, it's all yours. It's nice either way. Yeah, of course, there are those who could screw you in the process if you're working with someone. But that's only if you found someone that is like that. See, you have to become that person's friend. You have to get to know them a while. And a while is like not 10 years, but not 2 seconds either. If you hung around them for a year, you can kind of get a pretty good idea. Because, yes, there are those that even for 1 year, they don't show their real selves. And they might start showing the second year. But trust me, Trust me. I think that's a rarity. I think most people show themselves right off the bat. Actually, it's not what I think. It's God knows that. Like, because everyone's going to act natural right off the bat. They're going to act how they were born. They're going to act how God created them right off the bat, to see if the other person likes them or not, likes it or not. To see if they get bad vibes or good vibes. So the thing is with this vending machine business, uh, it could swing both ways. It could be bad or good. It can be. It could be. Am I going to be all positive about it? Yeah, I am. I'm not going to throw away the negatives, but I'm going to be positive about it. Because if I sit in the negative and I just am all about the negative, it's not going to happen. Negativity doesn't make things happen. Positivity does. If you're a positive person, things are going to happen in your life. If you're not a positive person, nothing is going to happen in your life. That is positive. Negativity brings negativity, and positivity brings positivity. And that's just how the world works. That's how God created things. So, um, you know, I know that I I know that a lot of you, are probably having a hard time understanding what I'm talking about. You know, or it's not making sense to you. Sorry if I keep looking down on my phone. I'm um, cleaning up my phone here. Because when your phone's full of stuff, like pictures and videos, it gets real full, and then you can't read your text messages. So the thing is your here's the thing. If your country um see if your country if your country is moving its jobs to another country, then wherever those jobs were in your country, you go to that place and you create a business of your own in that spot. So, like here in America, Detroit is where a lot of auto manufacturers were, and they left. They went to other countries, a bunch of other countries. And so, since those people who used to work at those manufacturing plants are now at home because those jobs moved somewhere else, those people should go to where those old buildings are and create a new business. Buy the old buildings out or buy the land. Maybe buy it together and start a business of some sort in your skill or just some sort. It, it doesn't matter if you have the knowledge, the skill, or not. I don't have knowledge at all, but I'm going to start a business. I'm going to start a life, a family. I know nothing. And all of you guys don't either. And with nothing, you can start something. People say it's pretty hard to start a business without money. Okay. So it's pretty hard to sell lemonade on the side of the street. It's pretty hard, right? Because you don't have money. When your parents are growing a lemonade tree, your parents have a juicer at home, your parents have the sugar and, you know, or you already have that stuff at home. Whether you're living with your parents or you're not living with your parents, you have a lemonade tree at home. You have lemons at home. So it's hard because you don't have money. Money is not the answer to anything or everything. It's not hard to start. It's not hard to start a lemonade stand with no money. It's not hard. All you need is lemons, water, sugar, and a pitcher and a bunch of cups. Well, you have to go buy the cups, it costs money. But if you already have that stuff at home, you don't have to buy anything. If you live at your parents' house, you don't have to buy anything. They have that already there. Is it that hard to go ask your parents if you can use that stuff to start a lemonade stand and start your own business and take a piece of paper and write with a Sharpie lemonade for $1 a cup, a big size cup? Is that really hard? So the thing is it's not you don't have to have money to start shit. But then you do. On the other side, yes, you do. Because land is not free. You see, the lemonade thing was, yeah, it's free because you already have the lemonades at home. You know, you have the lemons at home. You have the sugar at home. You have the water. Because if you're living at your parents' house, whether you're an adult, or teenager, whatever, it's already there. Oh, you have the table. You have a. I mean, seriously, you just go set up outside. That's all you do. That's all you do. You just go on the corner, walk there, drive there if you have a car, whatever. If you have a pickup truck, even better, you put all in the back, except for the lemons and all that. But you get my idea. It's not that difficult. You you think it's difficult without money, but it's not. 'Cause that's free. You asked your parents, you had it inside your house already, because maybe your wife bought it, bought all that stuff, and you didn't have to pay a dime. All the money you're going to be making, not losing or making back. Not. You know what I'm saying? From what you spent. Like you spent some, now you have to make that amount back or more. I mean, if it's free, You don't have to worry. But then, yes, it is hard because you want to go buy that warehouse and start a business in that warehouse. That warehouse costs $100,000. You don't have $100,000. Well, you're fucked. You got 50,000. You need another 50,000. You either make the 50,000 at your job, you save up, and you get your 50,000. At the end of the year, you made it. By the end of the year, you made 50,000. Whatever. Or you get a loan or something, which a loan then you have to pay back. So it's hard, but it's not hard. The t-shirts I want to create, yeah, I got to have money for it. I got to pay, design my own logos, buy my t-shirts in bulk from online, and then, pay the price for 1,000 t-shirts, and then go to the print shop and have them do it, and for a price estimate, because I already got that estimated, all that from one print shop. I just got to go to another one. But you get my point. Yeah, it takes money. But if I were to set up a lemonade stand, it wouldn't take any money. Because I already have the stuff at home. Just take it out of the house, put it in my car, put it out into the corner. There you go. I make $1, $1.50. A cup. A large cup. Or a small cup. We already have cups and we already have the stuff. Sure, once I run out, I have to buy more, but initially, it's free. I didn't have to spend anything. All that stuff's already here. You see, especially, and I'm talking to all age groups. I'm talking to everybody on this planet. I'm not going to say, oh, if it's you younger kids and all that. No. Doesn't matter whether you're living at home with parents, like you're still living with family, or you're out on your own already and you know. If you see whatever, make money on whatever it is. You'll be surprised what businesses exist in this world. And then you'll be surprised at what kind of businesses exist in this world and the money those people make off of those businesses. You will be surprised. And those people will tell you, I created this business because I saw this was a business. The people who are American pickers on that television show, they go to people's houses who have old gas signs from old gas stations and they sell those. They buy them, resell. Old gas signs, old gas metal plates, plaques that you can put up in your office, your bedroom, front of your house. They buy and resell those. They make a profit. Mm-hmm. And so, and I know that you're going to look at that and say, that's junk. That's old. It's trash. Everything's a business. Just not God. He's not business. I mean, he is business, but he's a different type of business. He's in the business of being God and who he is and creating things and helping you out. He's in the business of God, godly business. But everything is a business. So you have to just quit whining, quit your complaining, quit saying that my country is this and that. This is going to hell, whatever. Wake up, smell the roses, and create a business, whatever it may be. So as long as it's rooted in God and it is a good business that helps this planet. Not something that is from Satan himself, demons. Because if not, then it'll get torn apart, torn down by God. It will not work forever. So the vending machine business, it's going to work. People do this all the time. There's lots of people who are in the vending machine business. You can do it through Coca-Cola where they'll supply you with everything, but then you got to pay them back a percentage, which, nah, it's not total independence. You're better off buying your own vending machine, whether it's a, a drink vending machine, a snack vending machine, or a candy vending machine, or a toy vending machine. Any type of vending machine will do. And you got to make profit. I have a buddy who's an auto mechanic. Shout out to him, by the way. Hot Wheels Unlimited. Right here in Temecula. You guys need to go to his place. He does the best job. That guy, he's a real mechanic. I'm actually going to be doing podcasts with him, maybe some live videos. But shout out to him. He's a real genuine guy. But he has this old machine. It's a vending machine that they used to use out back for all the businesses there. I'm friends with everyone there. That whole strip is like an auto mechanic strip. Everybody there does something with auto mechanics, whether it's auto body repair, mechanic like engine repair, paint shop, electrical. There's even like woodworking, companies there who do cabinets and dressers and all that, kitchens and bathrooms, and just other businesses around there. So, like, there's this vending machine there, and no one's using it for the moment, but they used to use it. They used to fill it up with beers, beer cans or whatever, and they used to just put their own quarters in it and leave the quarters there, and then just take out the quarters from there and then just reuse those whenever they restocked it. And they would go buy the beers at whatever store they bought them at. Now, I may go over there and be like, hey, I'm in the business of vending machine business. You guys have this one? Does it still work? If so, if there's no problems, let me know. How much you want it for? If they sell it to me for $200 because they don't care about it, I'll take it. $200. That's probably easy to make back. It's just a soda one. If they give it to me for free, look, hey, what do I have to lose? Now, $200 for free and it's broken, well, I mean, yeah, $200 is nothing, but it's broken. I still got to fix whatever I got to fix. It's going to cost me. Free? I don't have to worry about it. It's going to be awesome. The money goes directly to fixing it. Yeah, if the whole thing is totally broken and it's not fixable and it's something that just needs to go in the junkyard, okay, I'll leave it alone. If it's something that totally works and I get it for free or I get it for $200 and nothing's broken, hell yes. I can't complain. I cannot complain. So the thing is I'm going to try this business with a friend of mine, Terrence DePalm, and we're going to see how it goes. We're either going to, well, we'll see how it goes. We have some ideas. We'll talk about it in a YouTube video. we'll talk about it. You, you know, but it's gonna be fun. This business venture will be fun, as well as, of course, Hard Floor Media. It's gonna be a part of Hard Floor Media. So I gotta do my research. I gotta I gotta check out locations. I gotta see. I gotta do the math on profit margins and how much is gonna cost in repairs if I buy a used one, or if I buy a new one and later down the road, things start breaking. How much products cost, in bulk versus, I don't know, whatever else. So that's what I got to do. I can't just go buy a machine, go buy some products and say, here you go, and set it up just right here. No, it's not how this works. So, um, that's something that is going to come. And like I said, for now we're going to start off with one machine, going to test it out, and if it works out, okay. If it works out great, you know what I'm saying? If everything is good, I'll buy a second machine, another location, do the same stuff. There you go. Every 2 weeks, check on it, collect the cash. There you go. Um, I'll still do live streams. I'll still do videos. Why? Because I'm still gonna, have you guys expose Evo one camera lens, one microphone at a time. One camera and microphone at a time. We're gonna have some fun, some fun things here. Um, you have to use your time wisely. Time is precious. It's the most valuable thing. We all waste time. We have all wasted time at any age, at any time in our life. We've all been there. It's not like because of that, oh well, it's over. No, it's not. Just because you wasted your 30s or your 20s or your 90s, just because you wasted this part of life, this part of time, just because you wasted a little bit of time doesn't mean it's over. It's not a, people look at it as a bad thing. Like wasting time is a bad thing. Okay. Do I look at it as a bad thing? Well, you know how there's a saying, there's a lot of things that are a waste of time? Yeah, there is. So I look at wasting time as a bad thing if you are doing something bad. If you're committing acts of violence, if you're committing murder, that's a waste of your life, waste of time, and that's bad. But if you're an auto mechanic at an auto shop, you're a doctor at a doctor's office, you're not wasting time at all. That's a good thing. If you're on TikTok scrolling up and down, yes, that's bad and that's a waste of time. If you're the one creating the content, but it's good, positive content like what I'm creating, like what Days of Noah creates, that's not a waste of time, and that's a good thing. So basically, if it's not rooted in God, if God is not your base, yeah, it's a waste of time. It's a bad thing. Stop doing it. If it doesn't come from God, yeah, it's a waste of time. So you're just wasting time. You're wasting your life. So God is precious. Time is precious. God is the most valuable. Time is the most valuable. Why waste it? Why choose Satan himself? evil. It's a waste. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. Because your thinking and your saying is rooted in evil, Satan, the devil. So just create a business of your own. Something that you'll enjoy. Whether you have a skill or not. Because if you don't have a skill, you'll gain a skill and then you'll have a skill. If you have a skill, well, you already have the skill. And you just create the business based off of what skill you have. If you don't have a skill and you start a business that you have no skill in, you're going to gain a skill in that business that you started because you're learning and you're gaining the skill of that business. And someone comes along and says, you know nothing about this business, why are you doing it? But I'm going to know something. I'm going to know. I'm going to gain a skill in this business. I'm going to gain this skill. I'm going to know something. I don't know something now. I don't have a skill now, but I'm going to get there. So will you shut up and just let it happen? Instead of you saying, you don't know what you're doing, you don't have a skill, get out of here. Because what you're doing is you're basically telling the person not to do it. You're controlling them. Which is something that is not very good. It's destructive to the mind, the soul, the body. And God does not go for that. He's not about that. Satan is. Of course, you wouldn't care. Because you chose Satan, and Satan's like, who cares? Demons are like, who cares? Evil is like, who cares? Sinners, who cares? Um, you know, I know that I know that a lot of you are probably wondering, who is this guy? When the hell did he come from? I came from the same place all of you did. Heaven. We were just brought down to earth. God's apartment. We're paying rent to him. And so, um, I came from there and I came with a message, a huge message. I really want to, send out this message to the world. Let's make this world a better place. Let's get the job done. Let's stop fooling around. Let's stop catering to the devil or demons. Cater to God. Do as he says. I'm not telling you, God is telling you through me. He's using me as a microphone. I mean, he's using me as a speaker, basically. Like the speakers, the headphones that are on my head. He's sending a message to you. He doesn't want you to try. He wants you to do it. So, um, I want you to create a business right now. Be self-employed and then start employing other people. Don't make them your slaves. Just make it so they make as much money as you. So make it an equal playing field. We want to get to a point where everyone is content. And I'm not talking about content in a way that, well, if there was only content and there was no sadness and all this other stuff, we wouldn't learn anything. No, we have to have that. We're humans, we're human beings. That is very important stuff. What I'm saying is stop doing evil things. Stop the evilness. Stop sinning. Stop being evil. Just stop it. Listen to God and only God. Do what is right. Do what is righteous, not what is wrong. Oh, but look at you. Look at yourself. Oh, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, look at yourself, man. Speak about yourself only, not about others. I mean, I'm not talking about, I'm not just talking about you guys. I'm talking about me. I'm in the process too. You think I'm speaking just to me or just to you? No. We're all in this together. We're all in the same boat. We're all in the same planet Earth, same universe, same heaven. No one's above or below another person. We're all equal. God made us that way. Everything's equal. God made everything equal. So, if you can do that for God, that'd be sweet. If you can do that for me, for yourself, for the next person, that'd be sweet. If you could do it for everybody and God, be sweet. Be nice. Just like God has told me to do this video for Him, God is telling you to do something for Him, whatever it may be. I'm doing stuff for God. I'm doing this video. I'm going to do other things. I know that the rest of you are not doing things for God. You're doing things for Satan. So, do that for me. Create a business. Create a business for God. Find something and turn it into a business. Sell pillows on the side of the road. Why don't you sell sell pillows on the side of the road if you have to. Buy pillows in bulk. Buy pillow sheets. Sell bracelets. I don't know. Sell apples on the side of the road. Sell bananas. Sell little itty bitty electronic pieces to people. There's a market for everything. Okay, I'll go sell drugs and humans. Yeah, I'll sell that. No. Sell things that are good and that benefit this planet. So the thing is, shoot, there's a guy I know who buys stuff off of Amazon in bulk. Or actually, he goes to a place called Five Below. And he used to go on Amazon. Or no. Let's come full circle back around. So there's a guy here in Temecula called Tanner Fox. And I know a guy who knows him. This guy used to host parties. He used to have his own podcast channel, all this stuff. He's in the business of taking products from Five Below and reselling them on Amazon for $1. Literally. Five Below is a place kind of like Dollar Tree or Dollar General, except they sell like electronics. Think of it like as a 99-cent store. But they don't have food. They have like candy, but they mostly have electronics and like stainless steel water bottles and other toys and other like pillows, like these, those cute little pillows that you can put on your bed for decorations that say like "I love you" or something. And they sell cell phone accessories and computer gaming accessories like mouses and keyboards, cheap stuff, cheaply priced, $5 and below. And he buys that stuff in bulk and he resells it on Amazon. He made a business out of that. I mean, that's a business. You're buying products from a store and reselling it on another store. You're using two stores to make money. One store to buy the product, the other store to sell the product. Just think about that. There is business to be made in this world. I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are. 90 years old, 9 years old, 29, 59. There is business to be made. There's people making businesses all over. There's people in Jamaica who are taxi drivers, but they also sell weed in their taxi to make business, as well as they work for a company, taxi service. They grow the weed, they sell it to you. How do I know? Because a friend of mine told me when he was young, him and his parents went to Jamaica for 1 year. Taxi driver showed him a bag of weed. His parents knew what it was. Him and his brother didn't. There is business to be made on this planet. The way God instructs you to create business. First, you have to start with God. You talk to Him. He gives you the plans. He tells you everything. He creates the business for you. It happens. Just like God tells you how to create music. There's a certain way to create music. It's the way of God. Not the stupid music industry and Satan. Don't sign your life away to the devil. Don't sign your blood. You ask God. That's what I'm going to start doing. Yeah, I didn't start out that way. Like I said, there's times in life, times in your life when you don't know anything, when you're lost. But then God saves you. God says, here, take my hand. And you take His hand and there you go. The rest is history. But there is business to be made in this world. And we all need to make business. If we all have an income, doesn't matter what kind of an income, and we're all surviving and we're all succeeding at the same time, think about it. I want you guys to think about that for a minute. Take these microphones, buy a bunch of them, and resell them for a different price off of another, on another website. Or maybe open up your own store physically. I mean, I support physical stores more than online stores. But the way the world is today, I mean, there's more of these online than at a physical store. There's stuff that you'll find online that you won't find at a physical store. Just the way it works these days. There used to be, yes, there used to be Radio Shack. But when I say there used to be Radio Shacks, there used to be a Radio Shack in this world, I mean, there used to be stores in this world that had everything that online didn't have. Now it's the reverse. Now online has everything that stores don't have. Certain stores. Because you go to a grocery store, you can still find all the food you need, all the ingredients, all the stuff. Online, we're not there yet. Fully. I know Amazon's trying to get there, but it'll take them a while. But like a lot of this kit, this podcasting kit, all this stuff, the stuff I built, could I go to a Best Buy and walk in and find this Mayono caster? No. Physically in the store. On their online store? Probably. Probably not this brand, but probably a podcasting, a kit. Yes, from another brand. But that's online. It's not a physical store. It's like how Ford wants to sell their F-150 Lightning electric truck online and not at physical stores. I'm not for that. Now, if they did both, you get the option of online and a store. Okay, I'm for that. But I'm not for, oh, we're just going to sell it online and no physical stores. You sit at home, swipe your credit card, there you go. No, I'm not for that. I'm for either only physical store or the best of both, online and physical. Why online and physical? Not because people don't want to go out anymore because of some stupid coronavirus. No, that's fake. Because there are people maybe who do not have time to go to a store. I get it. Well, they don't make time. It's not that they have time, they just don't make it. So there are people who don't make time to go to a store, which they should. Because then you wouldn't have to buy it online. Because everyone has all the time in the world to do everything. They just waste it. It's not that they don't have time. They have all the time in the world before they die. It's not like you're born and then right when you're born you die also. No. Yeah, that happens, okay? So shut the fuck up. But everyone has all the time in the world. So since you have that time, quit wasting it. Quit going on TikTok and scrolling up or, going to your 9 to 5 job. If you got to take care of business, take care of business. Go outside in the physical world and buy a truck. Buy a car, SUV, whatever you need to buy. Don't just, I don't have time. No, I'm not going to make time. I'm not going to make time. But you'll make time. You'll make time to sit on your ass and swipe your credit card. Type in your credit information online and buy it. Yeah. Laziness. It's another thing. It's another thing. It's laziness. It's you just not wanting to. Because you'd rather just do it the satanic way. So I'm really going to create this business. And it's going to be fun. We're going to have fun with this. This vending machine business, this hard floor media business. Oh, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be sweet. I'm going to make time for it. You bet. No time wasted. I'm going to make time for it. I don't care if I have my 9 to 5 job still. I'm going to make time for it. My days that I don't work, I work. The days I don't work at the 9 to 5, I work at this other business I'm creating. Videos, podcasts, connecting with people, selling products. You got to get things flowing. Not because of the last 3 years, not because of the last 10,000 years, whatever happened, whatever didn't happen. I'm doing this because God instructed me to. Because God said, well, now's your time to do it. Before I was just preparing. You were lost, I'm preparing. I grabbed my hand, you asked, here it is. I'm not here because I did this. I'm here because God did this. That's why I'm here. So, I'm going to get this done. We're going to get this done. It's going to be awesome. Me, well, God and I, we're going to get this done. Me and my buddy, we're going to get this done. My buddy that I'm creating a video game with, we're going to get that done. I have stuff that I'm going to get done. You know, I had a team, but it's okay. The team comes and goes. You know, I wish. Sí, sí los tengo yo. Sí, bueno, pues, eso. I wish those people luck. I wish the best for the people that I want to start a business with. I wish them luck. Not even luck, actually. I hope they do really well in life. I made a video with them. It's on my YouTube channel. It was late at night. It was the talkie video. I wish those two luck. I hope they succeed in life. I want the best for them. I would give my all to them. And let myself have the worst of it. That way, and let myself have the bad end of the stick. That way I learn in life. Because I'm the one who needs to learn. I mean, they do too. I'm the one who wants to learn. I'm the one who wants to go through the hoops and under the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do that. And, you know, of course they do too. But I was going to create a team, but it's okay. I'll create a new team. I got some ideas here. I mean, this stuff is it's pretty awesome. It's sweet. And I thank you for joining me. It's going on for so long because I got to get things out. 3 hours, 5 hours, 16 hours. And time is precious. Okay. Waste of time. You're wasting our time. If you cared, you wouldn't waste our time. But I got to get this out. And you got to listen to it because God said so. Because if not, the message is not going to get out. And 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 you're not going to hear the message and life is going to continue as is. And I know, you know, you want it that way, but God doesn't, and I don't either. and a bunch of other people don't either. So we're going to do these type of videos. So I got some stuff lined up, and you guys are gonna be, oh, you guys are gonna, oh, this is gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be sweet. You ready to go on a positive power trip, positive journey trip? I know you are. I am too. Do I have more gaming content for you? Yeah, sure. I'll put some of that in there for those of you who like gaming content. I got a little something for everyone. This show's called Temecula Talk. My gaming shows, you'll see what they'll be called based off of the video game. Excuse me, I got some hiccups. I don't have a cup of water around me today, but I'll get one. Actually, I have a can of Arizona tea. I know it's not water. Once in a while, you get some Arizona tea. You know, you gotta live life. If not, you just be a dumb, stupid robot. Hold on a minute. You know, um, oh gosh, my voice seems to get raspy around this time. But yeah. So, boy, who's so so this whole business stuff is really good. It's something that everybody should get into. It's really cool. I mean, the amount of money that is going to be made in the next 30 seconds is is going to be nutrageous, outrageous. And I say in the next 30 seconds because like I literally mean in the next 30 seconds. Because like you watch what's going to happen in the next 10 years. There's going to be an amount of business that you have not seen in the history of man because of the fourth industrial revolution, because of the circular economy, which is a bad thing. What's coming is bad. But it's going to create so much wealth, so much money that forget about ultra rich, forget about numbers when it comes to how much money someone has. That's old. That is 1960. We're going to be shooting for the stars. I mean, we're going to be shooting in the stars. Like we're going to be in the stars. to infinity and beyond. I mean, and the technology that's coming out that's going to make all our lives shittier is going to be bad. All this technology that's going to come out and make our lives better is going to be good. See, it goes both ways. I'm against technocracy. I'm not against technology because God created. Actually, you know what? I'm not against any of God's creations. God created technocracy. We just had to put it into motion, and we did. I'm not against God's creations at all. I understand why God created Hitler, Adolf Hitler. I understand why God created the M16. I understand. I totally understand. I understand why God has allowed us to um, commit adultery. I totally understand that. God is not a controller in the sense of this right here. And there's two joysticks, and you control the robot. God is that's not how God said that's not how God set up things. We are not robots, and He does not control us. He creates things, and then He just lets it be. He's like, okay, you here, okay, you're there. All right, now come to life. And I let you be, and I sit back and watch. Watch as I have given you free will and freedom of choice. Your free will. So I totally understand. I get it. I understand you, God. I know why you're doing this. I mean, it's your creation. You do what you want. You can destroy all of this in like snap of a finger. So why should I get mad about it? Why should I mean, it's your creation. I don't want it in my life, but that's my choice. So I choose not to have technocracy in my life. I choose not to have the fourth industrial revolution in my life because that's an evil thing, even though you created it. You created Satan. He was an angel at first. You sent him down to hell to be, the devil, Satan. I okay, totally understandable. I'm not with him. I'm with you, 100%. So, um, wherever you are, you're everywhere. You could be up, you could be down. I know I look up because you see that in church, you see that with other people, but like God, you're down there in heaven. Heaven's down there, over there. I mean, um, so literally, that's what it is. Like, there's going to be so much stuff to make money with that it's unbelievable. You look at OnlyFans. Look at OnlyFans and the money that's being made in OnlyFans, which is a bad thing. But look at it. I told you that the guy takes stuff from Five Below and he resells it on Amazon for $1, and he's making profit. Humans, I'm telling you, there's money in everything. All right, we're going to do this. I probably should get one that will actually show color. See on the screen here. Ah, that's not a good one. Sell me this pen. I want I want all of you to sell me this pen. By, let's say, tomorrow, the end of this week, I want you to sell me this pen. So what I want you to do is, in any of my videos, write me a comment, sell me this pen. Okay? Write me a comment about you selling me this pen. I saw Wolf of Wall Street. Of course, you know, that's not where I got that from, though. That's an old quote. Sell me this pen is a very old quote. It's not something that's, you know, new because of Wolf of Wall Street. Um, in the Wolf of Wall Street, he was selling penny stocks to people. You know, those phones ain't gonna dial themselves. You gotta pick up those phones. You gotta, dial and sell people penny stocks. Sell me this pen. I want you guys to sell me this pen. Why the pen? I have no idea. Sell me this camera. I want you guys to sell me this camera, or a camera. You get the concept? If you can sell me that camera, or sell me, this pen, if you can sell me either one of these, then success. I mean, Henry Ford sold an automobile to the public, and look how many bought it. And the company's still here, over 100 years old, because he mastered the sell me this pen idea. He mastered the whole sell me this pen thing. He mastered the whole sell me this pen idea. He mastered that. It's not that hard. You know, I don't know what it is, but, and I don't care how long we're gonna go for. We could go for 10 hours, but you guys, you want everything to be automated. You want it to be done by AI and some robots, or however many humans are sitting in a room. 5, 4, 10, 20. You don't want to do the work yourself. You want to be lazy. You want to just sit back and watch TV. Because, like the new movie Avatar 2 that's coming out, it's mostly done by a computer and no actors. Like, there's movies now that are not done by actors. The first AI rapper just came out. I have this program on my phone, which is scary. The things I typed in, I was like, holy shit. AI getting into artwork. No more Bob Ross, no more Vincent van Gogh, no more Leonardo da Vinci. Meaning no more humans. That's scary. You want that? Is that what you want? I don't want that. It's a cool idea. Like, if you're going to use the AI program that I have on my phone, it's like Mid Journey, which you get to type in a prompt, and then the AI, which is not so great, today, but 10 years down the road, it'll be better. Which it's already better. It's just because they're always 10 years ahead in creating the software. It's just they give you the shitty version now, when they really have the good version already. They just don't want to move that quickly, because if they do, then we will know exactly what's up, and we'll be like, hell no. But what I think is cool about this is there are those who cannot draw because they don't have the physical capabilities. They might have the mental, the spiritual capabilities, but they don't have the physical capabilities. So they could just talk to the phone, you know, and physical meaning they don't have any hands, so they can't draw on paper. But maybe they could set up a system where they talk into the phone and tell it what to draw, and then they create art that way. Sure, it doesn't come from them. It's not by hand. I used to draw by hand. I was shitty. I tried to draw manga, cars, stick figures. Stick figures is my favorite. Not because stick figures isn't. It's not that. Oh, you just like stick figures because you can draw past stick figures. No, I could draw past stick figures. It's just I love stick figures. I don't know. I have a thing for stick figures. That's why I like stick figure comics and stuff you see on YouTube where people create like little stick figure shorts. That's cool. Or stick figure video games, like the ones where you punch people out or he has a gun and you try to go through levels. That's pretty cool. You know? Or I like 8-bit art or 2 or 16-bit, 32-bit, Super Nintendo, Sega, Genesis, Nintendo Entertainment System. I like that. Atari. That's pretty cool because you can, with basic, simple art, you can actually do complex art. So, uh, with this AI, I think it's cool in that there's certain aspects of it that can be used in certain ways. But if you're going to just let AI take over all of like humanity and just let it create art, that's stupid. Especially when we get to the point where AI is like on a human level, like it's no longer artificial intelligence. Like we see in the movies where, because science fiction is science fact. And what science fiction teaches us is that the stuff we create soon becomes sentient. It soon becomes human. It 98% of it. It will never become what God creates. We are not God, so we cannot play that role. We're not Him, so we can't make it. We cannot create humans. No matter how hard we try in genetic engineering, that does not work. So the thing is basically the AI, the AI program that I have on my phone, it's cool. Like, you know, you want to see some cool things? I'll show you some shoes I made. Here's okay. This is where I think the AI program would come in handy. I call these my Jordan takeoff shoes. I love Michael Jordan. I love his shoes. Okay? I created these shoes using this AI program. All I typed in was Jordan takeoff twos, blue shoes. Now, these are blue and white, but it's what the AI did. Oh, geez. Uh, uh, I'll have to transfer these to my, crap. Well, you won't be able to see that, but basically I created a sneaker shoe called the Takeoff Twos. It's not a shoe that Michael Jordan makes. But the shoes that it created, oh my gosh. I'm like, if that's what takeoff twos would look like if they were hand drawn, you bet I would wear those. See, the thing I'm getting at is since I did those in the AI program, there goes the light in the back. Hold on a minute. Since the AI, drew that, then what I would do is I would send it off to um, someone who can actually draw and have the because the AI is not perfect. I would have them do the finishing touches on the shoe and then have the shoe made. I mean, think about that. That's where I think it would come in handy. You kind of have AI do a rough sketch because it's shit, anyways. But then you have a real human do the final sketch or the final clay model. So maybe have AI in the background as like a tiny little helper, but don't use it all the time. Just maybe do it once or twice every 10 years, and that's it. You just have it there and, just as a backup, a just in case, or like it's on the side. But not as your main thing. Am I for artificial intelligence? As long as God is rooted in it, then I'm for it. If God is inside of it, if God, is there, then that's fine. But if it's the devil, no way. Bill Gates, no way. Because that's evil. And because AI is neutral. It becomes dark if you make it dark. It becomes good if you make it good. It's just like um, this pen. This pen is neutral. If I just leave this pen alone, sitting on this table, it's neutral. I can use it to poke someone's eye out, you know, or I could use it to write something. It's like a gun. You know, I can destroy all this gun talk. People wanting to ban guns, people wanting to keep guns. I can destroy this in 2 seconds. It's pretty easy. You want to know how? Because you know, first of all, let's address this. God created guns. Because remember, God created everything. So how can you ban something that God created? You can't. Only God can do that. You have no authority to do that. First of all, and the devil cannot give you that authority. Only God can. But why would he ban something he created? Doesn't make sense. Okay. I mean, well, it does make sense. I mean, he can destroy it or not destroy it. He can destroy his creations or not destroy them. It's his choice. He can keep them or destroy them. But argument for guns for Second Amendment, oh, I can destroy that easy. God gave us self defense because He created self defense. He gave it to us. He said, "Look, I created self defense. Here it is. Self defend yourself. You know, uh, use self defense. Whenever you need it." So you have an empty room. There's a table. There's an AR-15 on the table, or a pistol, or a bazooka, or a C4 explosive, and there's no one in the room. Nobody. But there's a room next to it, and it has a window that you can see through. So you can see through both rooms. And there's two people in that room, and they're sitting there, and they're just sitting, staring at the wall. Okay. How do those people get killed if the gun is in the other room and there's no one in that room? How does how do one of those people get killed? Can you explain that to me? You can't. Because the gun itself, the weapon itself, is not sentient. It's not alive. It doesn't just walk up from the table, open the door, walk down the hallway to the other room, open the door, and shoot both people. The gun doesn't do that. It does not do that. So explain to me how one of those people or both of them can get killed from that gun if there's no one in there to pull the trigger, to load the clip, put the clip in the gun, and, you know, cock it back, or whatever you do, and then pull the trigger and shoot the people. Can you explain it to me? Exactly. Exactly. It has to be operated by a human being. So it's not the gun that needs to be banned. It's not the gun that we need to look at. It's the human being. Of course, the devil's going to be like, I don't give a shit. I just want to ban it because it kills me. Yeah, good night. Because because the devil doesn't want us to use weapons against him. That's why. Because if the devil wasn't like that, we would have guns, we would have weapons. Because these are weapons against the devil and his demons that God has given us. Just like how God said you have a right to defend yourself. I recognize your right to defend yourself. Why does God recognize it? Well, he recognizes what he created. He's like, I know I created that. I recognize it. You don't need to tell me anything. So the thing is that argument is destroyed. Get out of here. And start making guns. That's another business. 3D printing, 3D print your own guns. I don't care what country you live in, just start making them. Your government can't do shit because they're not government. God is government. Government starts with a G, God starts with a G. And only God can be government because G belongs to God, does not belong to humans. And so, start making them. Start making all kinds of weapons. And use them in self-defense. What does that mean? Well, what that means is, and this is what it means. If you feel threatened, if someone is coming at you, let's just say in a threatening way, a very violent way, you have a right to defend yourself with whatever type of weapon, force you need to. What does that mean? Well, Elon Musk, he's threatening me. So I have a right to defend myself against him. And he really is a threat to me and to everyone on this planet. So we have a right to defend ourselves. Those Tesla cars are a threat to me. His trucks, his SpaceX, his Hyperloops, yeah, they're all a threat to me, and they are. Oh, he doesn't support anything. What the hell is this guy? He wants us to go back to the Middle Ages. Even in the Middle Ages, those kings and queens would have been a threat to me. So he just wants everything dead. He wants to destroy everything. No? No, no. Destroy everything that's evil. That's bad. Oh, who are you to decide what's evil and bad? You don't know. That's God. That's for God to decide since you're so godly. Because God is speaking through me to you and telling you what needs to be destroyed. He's just using me as a vessel, as a microphone, as an earpiece, as a camera piece to you. We need to get rid of a lot of stuff on here. So there's money to be made. The business is going to grow big. It's going to boom. You guys are going to see a lot of money that's going to be made by certain people. Certain people meaning a group. Like this many people in this group, and while the rest of you aren't because you just choose not to because you for for no reason at all because your stupid reasons are no reasons. Like, really? Oh, because something fake happened in the last 2 years. Oh, I don't have a car. Oh, oh, oh. Those type of reasons. The reasons. Not legitimate, not the other reasons of like, oh, I died. If you died, well, you died. So, okay, I understand that you're dead. But if you're not dead, then you can create a business and you can start making money. Start doing that now. Or go get a job. One or the other. There's fat people who are fat and ugly and they're making a business off of it. Seriously. They're sitting on their ass and they're making a business out of that. Don't do that. But you get my point. Everything can turn into a business, can become a profit. Bad or good. Just don't do anything bad. Do all the good stuff. And so, um, yeah. I mean, and be self employed or employ people. Whether it's friends or no friends or whatever. Hardy, hardy. I'm not one to eat much candy, but someone very important in my life happened to give me some candy. So, hey, actually, I thought I thought she actually took it. I didn't think she was like, "Here, if you want some, you can snack on some. If not, well, it's whatever." And I thought she took it. I thought that person took it home. I thought she took it home. But she left it in my car, so I can't complain. Cookies and cream. Oh, I love cookies and cream. Oh, it's so awesome. It's a Hershey's cookies and cream bar. I also have a Reese's in here, like a little the little Reese's mini cups, and I have two more of those cookies and cream bars. Oh, they're so good. Once in a while, like you gotta live, because if you don't, I mean, what's the point? Hmm? Can't just be a robot. It's all bad for you. Everything's bad for you. You drink 30 gallons of water, and that's bad for you. And it's water, which is what we're only supposed to drink. You breathe in air, that can be bad for you because you go to India and you breathe in all that toxic air, it could kill you. It will kill you. That's bad. And so, I mean, it's so like at least live a little. I will always tell you to live a little. Just don't live a little bad. Just live all good. When I say live a little, like, come on. If you see some chocolate bar and you haven't had it in 5 years, you haven't had chocolate in 5 years, you haven't had any candy in 5 years. Okay, a chocolate bar is not going to kill you. I get that all this stuff is slow poison, but I mean, really? So let's be honest and real here. Oh, yeah. 3 hours, baby. I love it. Creating this business is going to be fun. You creating your own business is going to be fun. The next, like I said, couple seconds is going to be fun because the amount of business that's going to happen, you're going to see an amount of money that you've never seen on this planet. Forget Mansa Musa and all of his wealth. There's going to be people that are going to be topping Mansa Musa, who is the most richest human ever on this planet that ever lived. That guy had all the world's money, every single drop of it. But these next people that are coming, the next second that comes, it's going to top that. He's going to be top. You see, biotechnology is not a new thing, but it's not an old thing. But since we are here living it now, you're going to see how much money it makes. And not just biotechnology. No. Oh, you're going to see a lot of things make money. The car industry is going to make money in a big way. You're going to see so much new technology in cars that's going to make so much money. You're going to see uh oh man. Oh, we're going to get into this. You're going to see the next two generations, the next three generations of human beings create so much wealth, so much money, so much technology that it's going to be ridiculous. Forget 5G, forget 6G. We're We're talking about 10G. I'm already ahead of the game. Forget AI. AI is bullshit. Let's take it to the next level. When we're past AI, when we're at sentient technologies, where humans already have genetically engineered humans, like at the snap of a finger. Like we're talking Star Trek, Star Wars shit. The replicator, that's the replicator is already here. Oh, there's gonna be money, not mad money. That's old. So much money that's to infinity beyond ridiculous. And it's going to be made through evil. A lot of it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you bet. Forget Bill Gates and all these old heads that run the world now. Nah. They already have people lined up behind them. They're gonna be the new heads making the money. The new evil minions. And it's gonna be no joke. You see, um, like it's gonna be no joke. Like you literally are gonna see wealth in, and there's people are gonna people now talk about a wealth gap. They talk about poverty is gonna get poor and all. No, no, no. Because you know what's gonna happen, and because it's already happening, the human race is having a big awakening, and on both sides. And so what's gonna happen is both sides are just gonna say, well, you know what? It's either we're all in or we're all out. There is no I in team. There is no one side in and the other side out. It's that everybody's in or everybody's out at the same time. Because if not, it's not going to work. We're not going to go forward. And God has to come anyways. He has to come and, do what he has to do at the end, regardless of what we do. That's coming. I know a lot of people say Jesus already came the third time. This already happened. Well, everybody lies. So the thing is that you know, we all have to make this new system work in favor of God, not in favor of Satan himself. We have to get rid of the bad stuff out of it. We have to weed out the bad stuff. Take your weed whackers and weed it out. Come on. Weed whack it out. Whack it out. Weed whackers. Tallywhackers. I'm just being funny. Seriously, you have to pull the weeds out. Weeds are healthy for you, by the way. You guys should eat weeds like dandelions and all that stuff that grows around your house. The Chinese guy who lived to be 200 years old, he lived from 17 something to like, I think 1910. Fathered more than like 200 children. Yeah, he ate weeds that grew around. He ate the weeds that grew around his house. He ate the vegetation. And of course, he ate probably his own chickens or whatever. But like, you get the point. So you have to pluck out the bad weeds. Just you have to get out the bad stuff. And I know weeds was a bad analogy because I just said weeds are healthy for you, but you have to get rid of the GMO seeds. If you get rid of all the bad stuff, then hey, look, the future is bright. It's awesome. Don't use AI against you. Don't let it take over the world. Use it in a positive way. Use it for you. Have it work for you, not that you work for AI. AI works for you. The product you developed works for you. It's not that you work for it. You're not subservient to the product. The product is subservient to you. You know, um, this podcasting setup that I have, this computer that I have for you know my videos and gaming and music and other stuff I do on it. Uh, uh, you know, it's I don't have the computer. I don't work for the computer. The computer works for me. I tell it what to do. It doesn't tell me what to do. Like the like all of you who um have Alexa in your room and Alexa tells you what to do. What the fuck? Like seriously? So with the new technologies that are coming, you have to have them work for you. Also, we have to keep the old technology. So like we have to continue making cars that don't have backup cameras and that don't have all of these sensors in them and that are not, and that don't hook up to, AI and shit. We have to keep gasoline cars on the road. We have to produce more of them. We cannot, just let we cannot let another type of fuel just take over what we currently use. By the way, you guys don't know, and you don't know that you don't know this, but there used to be electric cars at the turn of the century. There was a bunch of them. Then what happened? What happened was God said no, and He put in the gas powered cars. And He said yes. We're trying the electric cars again, and God is still saying no. Switzerland just banned electric cars. The sale, the manufacturing, the purchasing, the importation, not allowed. Congratulations, Switzerland. And I've been to Switzerland so many times. I know a lot about that country. And I know how those people operate. And you ain't going to do shit in that country. Do you know why that country's never been in a war? Do you know why everyone went around Switzerland? They went around Switzerland because they are armed to the teeth. In Switzerland, they have gun laws that are zero. Zero gun laws. You must own a gun in your house in Switzerland. If you do not, well, it's a crime. Don't believe me? Go to Switzerland. And why don't you ask anybody there who, why don't you say, hey, don't own a gun. Take that away. They will be like, you want me to go to jail? They you cannot get, yeah, you can drop 10 billion atomic bombs on there. You can send a missile over there. You can send a cyber attack. Yeah, cool. Why don't you go in there with some tanks, some guys, actual like old school army type shit? You will not get in there. The mountains, they're filled with people. So support to Switzerland. I support them and how they ban. And there's other countries banning electric. I think India is another one. I think in certain parts of India though, but in the major cities probably not. Dubai, New Delhi, Bangalore. Um, there's places on this planet that don't want that shit, and they don't want these new computers either. They don't want anything new. They'd rather be stuck in the year 2000, which is fine. The world prospered in 2000. The world was still functioning. Why do we need to go to 2030, 2025, 2072, whatever? For what? Oh, because, we got this new cell phone. It's some Baiji Quan Ching Qua Phao 9000. It's like, bro, who gives a shit? The old cell phone worked just fine. Oh, but we improved on it. What was wrong with the other one? People make calls just fine. All the technology we have today works just fine. We don't need to make improvements on it. We don't need, look at this Mayono caster. This Mayono caster that I'm using, This microphone that I'm using, this boom stand, these headphones, they work just fine. Why do we need to make improvements on this? Why do we need to go forward and make a new microphone and that's AI microphone and whatever? Why? Or whatever type of microphone is. This one just works just fine. Just keep creating this microphone. It's not like it's a bad thing. Oh, it's not like it's a bad thing. Oh well, so then we should have just stuck in this. We should have just not progressed past the Stone Ages. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up, damn piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like no, I'm all for going forward, but like in the days and nights with the technology, you know, we're fine with what we have today. I mean, it's working. I mean, why do we need 10K for on a TV screen when 4K does just fine? 1080p is just fine. Yeah, I know. You don't get it. Yep, you don't know, and you don't know that you don't know. Okay, all right, sweet. That's your fault, and it's not your fault. It's both ways. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, read a philosophy book. It can only be one or the other. Listen to God. It can be both. Exactly. I don't need to read a philosophy book. Even though there are some that I could recommend to you. You can read Norbert Weiner. I've never read him. I've heard of him. I've never read his books, but I've heard of some things from him. I've heard about him. I've heard some things about him. I've looked into him a little bit. Um, Aldous Huxley, very famous. A Brave New World. Um, oh, what's his name? Oh, Julian Huxley. They're both related. I think Julian Huxley was the son. Um, 1984. George Orwell. I mean, War of the Worlds. So I really want to. Uh, I really want you guys to start a business. So I'm gonna start this business with a buddy of mine. We'll see how it goes. I'll make some passive income for right now, and I might use that to build my T-shirt empire. You know, um, my small time T-shirt business. That's gonna be quite cool. And if you like it, sweet. If you don't, sweet. Sweet either way. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna check you guys later. I gotta get going to bed. It's been like 3 hours. Sweet. So, hope you guys enjoy. Because it's gonna be fun. Oh, it's gonna be fun. So, like always, Fire has a Candy Kid will be signing out. Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. You guys take care. Make the world a better place. Like, subscribe, share. Don't like, don't subscribe, don't share. Thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't care. It's up to you. Biohazard Kenny Kid signing out. Peace.